distributors yourself, you get a free bottle. So lots of ways for you to get some freebies and to pass on freebies to your customers. Then of course, Fest is coming up. So if you, if you are signed up for that, you probably have gotten some things about events that are happening at Fest. What the theme is, something that stars, but it's really Western, right? So that's the theme for the after party. And yeah, so if you're going, make sure that you stop and say hi so we can all connect when we're there. And if we haven't met you, to make sure that I know we know a lot of people, but we know we have some new people coming too. So make sure that you just stop and say hi and we really connect in person. So anything else, Greg? I think that's it for the promos that are going on this month. So super excited though, guys. I know we have some new things that are going to be coming when we are at Fest. So get geared up and really be pushing and working hard for, like being consistent with your customers and yourself. And we also have the 8-day jumpstart challenge that's going on that Stacy and Stacy's running right now with Miss Claymore. And so that I think we have a lot of people that are in there. So, make sure if your customers are in there, that you're in there being active and answering the questions and participating and helping your customers connect in there as well. So we have a large group, so we should have some exciting results coming out of that.
And you mentioned the collagen too, right? That the partners can get a collagen for free when they get 4 people who get one. Did you mention that one? I don't know if she did or not. She muted, or Greg muted, or Greg's unmuted, or somebody. So just to make sure that you guys know, because I had somebody ask, $200 order gets your new customer a free collagen. $200 order with an upgrade fee gets your new partner a collagen. And when you get somebody who has when you get 4 people to get a free collagen, they're going to send you one. So I do believe that's the rules. So they changed them this time. So if I'm wrong, then I will correct it later. Okay, let's get into this training. Are y'all ready? So I have over the last month signed up a good many people. And one of the things that I remember early on is when you sign up customers, how do you support your customer? What do you tell your customer? What do you do your customer? How do you convert your customer to a partner? Is that something that would be of interest to you guys, of how to build that relationship, how to take them from customer to a partner? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And I'm glad to see Tabitha on here. Tabitha is my brand new partner. I'm going to brag on her for a second. Because we just got off a Zoom with one of her new customers, and I thought I saw her on here. There she is. Yes, we just got off a Zoom with one of her brand new customers, and she just hit her. She signed up as a partner last week. I think it's been 6 days. She has been a customer of mine for 3 years, and she just signed up as a partner like 6 days ago. She's already got her first quick start. She's 143 points from her second quick start, and she's going to hit manager before the end of the month, if not silver manager before the end of the month. So I'm really, really excited about Tabitha. So shout out to you, girl. So that's what kind of got me thinking about doing what we're doing, because she was a customer who I got to coach and I got to convert to a partner. And I think that's the missing link with a lot of people is, okay, we can get a customer on products, but how do we take them from customer to building that relationship to a partner? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And y'all know who I am with my all one letter and all the kind of Sesame Street stuff. So the first one, the letter of the night is C. So this is brought to you by the letter C. So we're going to talk about supporting a new customer and taking them through this journey with us, because I know that there's a lot of people that say lead with the business. And I know that there's, all these different ways of doing it, but I know me. And at the beginning, when I first signed up, if somebody had led with the business and talked to me about business, I would not be here right now, because I didn't need a business. I needed the products. but the business found me, and then I realized I needed the business. So we're going to talk about your customers that started with the products. That's what this is about. The first thing you've got to do with your customers is you've got to coach them and set achievable goals, help them set achievable goals. And your role is to help them to understand what the partners are and how to achieve those goals. So I am all about connecting on a phone. Messages are great, and that's good to send something quick. But when you are building a relationship and you are going to coach somebody, you have got to connect with them one-on-one, and you've got to make that phone call connection. And I would do that within 24 hours of them signing up. Congratulate them for taking the step to sign up, get excited with them, show enthusiasm, tell them that they can do it, because they're going to be scared, they're going to be nervous, they're going to be excited. So keep up that excitement, but make sure that they know they can do it. During that call, ask them about their goals. Ask them, make sure you know how much weight they want to lose. Make sure you know all the things that they are looking for out of this program. Now, if they are somebody that has been watching and they're telling you all these goals that they need, that they have inflammation and they need energy and they need better sleep and they need all this weight loss and they bought a bottle of GLP-X, you need to set those expectations during that phone call, because if they need all that, and that bottle of GLP-X is not going to get them that in 8 days. So you need to make sure during that phone call and during that goal setting part of that phone call that you are setting those expectations, and make sure you ask questions. That's the best way to learn what somebody wants, is ask questions. What are you most excited about? What are you most excited about achieving with Zingular? What challenges have you faced in the past? What have you tried in the past? What are you going to do when you hit that goal? Those kind of questions, so you can find out where they're at, find out where they want to go. Okay. Do some product education. That doesn't have to be in the initial call. Just like tonight, we did a Zoom with Tabitha's new customer to go over. She got the gut collection with the GLP-X. I did a Zoom. I showed her each product. I said, do this in the morning. Here's how you make your gut glow drink. And I showed her. I did it with her. I showed her what the digestive aid is. I told her what each product does. So that way, when she's doing it, she remembers me showing it to her. She remembers me telling her how to do it, me making it. And she's going to remember my excitement. I promise you that, because you can show like how excited it gets people excited when you're excited. We know that excitement, it flows downward. So, and it, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me, somebody. It spreads, whatever that word is.
Contagious.
So, yes, it's contagious. Excitement is contagious. That's exactly right. And then during their first couple of weeks, check in on them regularly. Set a schedule in your phone. Put it in your reminders on your phone, and these don't have to be phone calls. You can send us a quick message and check in on them. Let them know that you were not just blowing smoke, that you're really going to be there for them, especially during the first couple of weeks when they're still like unsure of what they're doing. Be proactive in your coaching. And ask about their progress, ask about any obstacles. And if they ghost you, make a phone call, because chances are if they ghost you, they've already fallen off the wagon. So you need to get them back on. So when you talk to them, always offer tips, always tell them, the only way you fail is to quit. Make sure that they know that you're on their side and you're going to be there for them. And then encourage accountability. So track their progress. Do a food log at the beginning. Make sure they take their measurements and check their measurements, not just their weight, because the scale doesn't always show, that is not always a true measure of their results. Photos, measurements, and then celebrate those small wins. Just even if they're just using the products every single day, celebrate that. And then definitely the milestones. Okay, so coaching, that is very, very important with your new person, and doing it on a regular basis. Number 2, connections. Oh my goodness, y'all, sorry. Connections. getting them connected to your community and the resources that we have are huge. So one of our strengths is our community. We know that the people here are amazing. Your coaching groups, your messenger groups, we've got team chats, we got Facebook groups, we've got room at the top, we got corporate groups. I mean, we got all kinds of groups and all kinds of ways that we can connect them. Our GLPX group, if anybody orders GLPX, my Lord, put them in that group. There's so many resources there. It's unbelievable. We have built a huge library of resources in that group. I'm so thankful for that. But the communities and the connections are going to provide encouragement. They're going to answer product questions, and they're going to offer motivation, because they're going to realize that it's not just them and you doing this. It's them and you and a whole bunch of people just like them and you that are doing this, and that are probably have had the same struggles, probably have had the same questions, probably have been in the same seat that they are when they first started. So having that and introducing them in these communities can be a huge asset. With that, you can send them a message, and you can tell them something like, oh my gosh, we've got amazing private groups where customers only are in these, and they share tips and recipes, and they celebrate each other. I'm going to add you to it. Make sure you join. Send them the link, and then that way that they can join. Again, get on the room at the top. You need to be on room at the top, but there's other resources that your customers can join as well. Personal connections. This is something that I think is really, really important with your customers as they start losing weight and as they hit milestones. Put them on with somebody like another leader, and brag on them to another person. That is huge to do that. That's going to make them feel like they're the most important person in the room. Isn't that what we want everybody to feel like? So get them on a quick phone call. Tell them, look, this is what Tabitha just did. Oh my gosh, Tabitha, this is Jan. Tabitha just lost 8 pounds in 8 days. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for her. She's a new customer. She just got started. She is rocking this. Jan, can you tell her a little bit about you? And then Jan will celebrate Tabitha, and then Jan's going to tell her quick story. Stories are what's going to make a difference in people's lives. So if you connect them with people who have similar backgrounds, and there's Stacy put together an entire board full of people, leaders, and what their backgrounds are. So you can go through that, and it's subcategorized by teachers, or education, medical. So you can go in, if you've got a nurse, you can go into that medical folder, and it's got list after list of people that you can connect your customers with to celebrate them, that they're going to relate to. They're going to be able to speak their language. That's going to make a huge difference. So get those personal connections. And then that creating that relationship. When you enroll somebody, it is not a transaction. That's one thing. If you want to convert your customer to a partner, it cannot be a transaction. It has got to be a future relationship. That's how you've got to look at it. You can't look at it as, oh my gosh, I just made $40. You got to look at it and say, oh my gosh, I just helped somebody change their life, and I'm going to help them change their life financially. Because if you help enough people get what they want, guess what? Your dreams are going to be so close. It's not even, they're going to be there where you can reach out and touch them, because that's how we rise by lifting others, right? So you help enough people get what they want, then that's going to get you what you want. So you cannot look at it as a transaction. You've got to look at it as a relationship, because that is crucial in making your customer feel valued beyond their purchase. Does that make sense? You don't want them to just think, oh, well, here's your box. Good luck with you. You've got to show genuine care by remembering who they are, learning who they are, learning who their families are, learning what their milestones are, learning what their goals are, learning what their struggles are. And so you can go back, and when you talk to them, you ask about their family. You personalize that conversation, and you remember who they are, and you build that relationship. So then at some point you're going to call, and you're going to know who they are. You're going to know who their husband is. You're going to know what they did last week. You're going to ask them what they're doing today. And that's how you make somebody feel valued, and then not just feel like I'm just a number. Okay. Number 3, And this is my favorite one of all. I love doing this more than anything else, and that is celebrating people. That is my favorite thing to do. Celebrating success is essential to keeping your customers engaged and motivated. So acknowledging milestones, whether it's the first 5 pounds or using the products for a full week or placing their second order, that is a huge thing to celebrate. Even if they're like feeling more energy, celebrate every little achievement. And you can call them or voice message or send a video and say, oh my gosh, you've lost 5 pounds already. I knew you would do great. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait till you lose the next 5. Let them see your excitement. Personalize your messages. Videos, like video messaging, is fantastic. You can do a little video and send them a video of you personalized to them. That's huge. Public recognition. Oh my gosh. Recognize them on your customer pages. Recognize them on your results pages. Make sure you've got their permission. Do it with their permission. Celebrate their wins in the support groups or somewhere on social media. Do it on your own personal social media page. Recognition can be a powerful motivator and may inspire them to do more, or may inspire them to tell somebody. Personal celebrations. This is one that I love to do. I love sending cards out. So send them a handwritten note, or send them, just do something to show your appreciation for their commitment. It can be something very, very small, but do something that's meaningful to them. Like tonight, again, I'm going to use Tabitha a lot tonight because we just got off the Zoom, but we got off a Zoom with her aunt, and I was showing her my frother, and she just looked like, she was just like, what am I supposed to do? I was like, don't worry. I'm going to send you this frother as a gift because I know you're going to use it, and I know you're going to do great, and I know you're going to need it for all the gut glow drinks that you're going to make. So I'm sending her up. I mean, it's like an $8 frother. I'm going to send it to her on Amazon, and she's going to have it either tomorrow or the next day, and she's going to get that. And that's going to make her feel valued. That's going to make her feel like she is special because I took my time to send her a frother. It's just, and it doesn't even have to cost anything other than a stamp. A handwritten note makes somebody feel valued. And then encourage self-celebration. Remind them to take time to reflect on how far they've come themselves. Sometimes the journey can feel so slow. Feels like you're doing all the things and you're not seeing the results. You've got to encourage them to enjoy every little bit of progress and help them see things outside that scale. Help them see, like, okay, I'm not bloated today. Okay, I have a little more energy today. Okay, I slept better last night. Point out the things. If the scale's not moving, because we know that some people it takes longer than others. Sometimes, but we are all an instant gratification society now. So you've got to help them see things outside that number on the scale. Okay, number 4. This is the one we all been waiting on because we have to get to that point. I had to tell you how to do all these things with your customer to get to number 4, which is converting to a partner. Because this is the thing that's going to the thing that I screwed up my whole first year. The whole first year I was here, I did not talk about the business because I was so excited about these products. And I wanted people to feel as good as I did, but I didn't want people to think. I wanted them to use the product so I could make money off of them. It was my own self-sabotage. It was the lies I was telling myself, because what I did was I didn't give them a way to pay for those products every month. I could have given them a way to pay for the products just by sharing it with others, just by getting these referral fees. I could have given them a way to stay on these products long term, but because of my own lies that I was telling myself, that because that's what I thought they would think. And I'm going to tell you, you stand in your way more than anybody else will ever get in your way. Your own mindset keeps you from greatness, because we sabotage our own self. We tell ourselves so many stupid lies and stupid things, and we believe our own lies. So we got to get out of our own way. And your job is to give them the information. By omitting that information, you're making a decision for them that they do not need that money, that they do not need a way to pay for that they do not need this extra income and the referral fees, and they do not have anybody that could benefit from that. By omitting the business part of this and telling them of the income opportunity, that is you making a decision that they do not need it by omitting that information. So your job's to tell them. They can say yes or no, but that's not your decision to make. It's their decision to make. So when your customer, and I start from the very beginning, I want them to know about as soon as I send them the link with my link for them to order, it has on there, here's the information on becoming a partner. It's $49. It's going to give you referral fees and all this, and it at least plants that seed. Whether they do it or not, it plants that seed. It shows them that there is one. Look for signs. Look for customers who are excited about their product, who are already telling their experience with others. If they call you and say, "Oh my God, Carrie at work noticed that I lost weight." And if some people are noticing and they're already telling people, or they're asking questions about how to tell people, or gosh, those are the people that are your prime candidates for the partnership. Listen for cues during your conversations, during your check-ins. So like, for example, if they say, my friend at work asked me what I was using to feel so good, because they noticed I've got energy that I haven't had in the last 10 years that I've been working there. That's your opening. So share how you want to plant the seed of how it's helped you. So you want to share how you've benefited from being a Singular partner. You want to focus on the community. You want to focus on the flexibility that you can do it without changing anything in your lifestyle. You can fit it in to whatever you're currently doing, and share the potential income. Share the income that you're making. Show them. I post all the time. Like today, I haven't posted yet, but usually on Mondays, I posted that I got paid 3 times on Monday. Never got paid 3 times in a day at my corporate job, ever. You don't have to push it on people, but you could mention why it's a great fit for them. Tell them about their personality. Tell them how it could, especially if you see them posting things on social media about needing extra income. There's your opening right there. You could say something like, well, you're already telling people about, what you're doing. Have you ever thought about turning it into a business opportunity and make some extra income just by helping others do exactly what I helped you do? It's as simple as that. Offer a simple invitation. If they show interest, invite them to one of our opportunity meetings, or do a one-on-one call, or give them meet them for coffee. And if they're local to you, get on a video chat, get somebody else on there to share their testimony. Give them time to hear what we're about, how it works, and give them an opportunity to answer or ask any questions that you can answer. But you've got to give them the invitation and show them how it would work, and then support their decision. If they decide to be a partner, then you're going to build a whole new relationship with them. You're going to talk to them daily. You're going to help them. You're going to do the onboarding. You're going to send them the stuff, and you're going to do it at their pace. Now, Tabitha is a lot faster pace than a lot of my other customers, or when they became partners. But she knows, she's been here for 3 years. She's used the product. She is already entrepreneurial mindset. She already is self-motivated. She self-motivates herself. And so I can go faster with her, but support your new partner how they need to be supported. Each person's going to be different. That's why building those relationships with them is so important. If they are your customer first, so you know what their lifestyle looks like, and you know how they're going to fit it in, and guide them through how to do it, provide training on how to introduce the products and build their own customer base. And if you do those things and you talk to everybody, it's all about talking to people, and don't exclude anybody just because you think they may not need it. Cynthia Evans is an attorney, and Lord knows, you think, an attorney, would you ever just say like, oh, I think she needs the money when she's running a successful law practice? It's not the money for her. It was the time freedom that she needed. Nobody is excluded. Do not prejudge anybody. Your job is to give them the information and let them make a decision based on what their needs are. And this is one thing too that you need to make sure you do. You've got to follow up with people about the business, just like you follow up with people about the products. It is that important because things change all the time. Somebody could say no today and lose their job 2 weeks later, and they need that extra income, and they're doing great on the products, So that's what we're going to do. We're going to coach, we're going to connect, we're going to celebrate, and we are going to convert. And oh my goodness, that's just about all I got. You can make a difference in every single customer's life, and you can show them how this can not just be a short-term weight loss, lose 10 pounds. This can be a lifelong journey that can change everything, both physically and financially for them. So that's what I got for you tonight. I went a little fast, but hopefully y'all got something out of it. I hope so. So anybody got anything?
Yeah, I want to add this. You talked about it, and you when you got to the convert, and it brought up the fact that I think the majority of us on here were customers. We all were customers. So your words about, don't not share that, because we all have a bunch of customers, and yeah, we might have mentioned it, but to think about different ways to present it, just so that it doesn't feel so intimidating, because sometimes it does feel intimidating, because your story about, well, you probably said no a few times, right? And ours is just that somebody told us, hey, you should do this. I think you'd be good at it. And so there's a lot of different ways to present it. So awesome. And I think our customers are probably our most powerful lineup, sitting right there waiting to be converted.
Yep. And my favorite thing is like when I talk to somebody and I tell them that, and they're just like, yeah, I just don't want to push this on the people that I know. Immediately say, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I did not mean to push this on you. And they're like, well, you did it. So why do you think you'd do something different than what I did with you? You take them back, because again, it's the lies that we tell ourselves, when they think about how they, how you are with them. And, I never push anything on anybody. But when they say something like that, I immediately apologize. Like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I did not mean to make you feel that way. And they're just like, well, you didn't. Well, but you're sitting there saying that you don't want to do it because you're going to make somebody feel that way. Well, why would you do anything different than how I made you feel? So, you've got to overcome the objection. There's always an objection there why somebody doesn't want to do it. And there's always a way to overcome that objection. So use your uplines. If you've got somebody that you think would be good, get them on the phone with a leader, and let them help you, let them talk to you, let them share their story. And stories are they're the things that's gonna help more than anything. Business stories, getting customers on the phone. You can do the celebration call at the same time that you're having a leader share their business story too. And that's a good way to introduce it too. So all right, that's what I got. Anybody got any questions? Or I see Stacy on here. Hey, you finally made it.
Hey, sorry, I was a little bit late. I just pulled in the driveway for dinner. Dinner went a little bit longer than what we expected. But guys, Melissa's right on point. Don't forget about your customers. Those are sitting right there, ready for you to introduce the business to them over and over again. And a lot of you guys may know, when a business was introduced to me the first time, turned it down. Introduced to me the second time, I turned it down. It was not till the third time before I said, okay, let me look at this. So you never know what customer you have sitting there that's having great results and loving the products that's going to be your next big builder. And I cannot think of a leader in this company that was not a product user first. Every single one of them. Robin Packard, I think, was a product user for at least 6 months, maybe even longer. So make sure that you're introducing it to them over and over again. And like Melissa said, make sure you're sharing stories, because the first time it was introduced to me, a story really wasn't shared with me. It was just, hey, there's an opportunity to make some extra money here to get your products paid for. And that was pretty much the end of it. And I said, no, I'm not interested. Second time was kind of the same thing, maybe a little bit more. But the third time was, hey, I want to share a story with you. And it was Cynthia's story. And I'm like, okay. And I think at that point she was doing like $200,000 a year, which is huge, but not for her anymore. She's way surpassed that. But I'm like, okay, she's working as an attorney, and me being a police officer, I knew what kind of hours attorneys work. So I was like, if she can do this with being an attorney, I can do this as being a police officer. So maybe I need to look into this a little bit. And that one story was what sparked my interest to start looking into it. Then obviously after that, I heard more stories and saw the bigger picture. But make sure you're getting people connected. Make sure you're getting your customers connected with people that they can hear a story from someone, because your story, as powerful as that may be, and everyone on here, I don't care if you just have, you're getting your products paid for a story. That is a powerful story. Okay. That is what a lot of people just want to get started doing, is they just want to get their products paid for. But expand on that and let them hear other stories, because you never know whose story it might be that gets their attention to say, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. So Melissa, great training. Your customers are 80% of your business. I think Melissa and I were talking about this. I can't remember if it was Melissa and I or Christy and I. Your customers are 80% of your business. You always want to have customers coming in, but you also want to be sharing the business with them. So, Melissa, I'm going to turn it back over to you. That's all I have.
All right. Well, I love all of you, and I'm so thankful that y'all got on tonight. And I'm going to declare Ephesians 3:20 over all of you. God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask, because we honor him. His blessings are going to chase us down and overtake us. You are in the right place at the right time. And I declare a boldness to rise up in each one of you. God is going to open supernatural doors. People are going to seek us out, and we are going to rise in the ranks because we give him the glory and for all of it. I love you guys. Good night.